What's up, everybody? Dark1985. There's levels to this. All right, guys, I'm gonna try to make this video as quick as possible. Okay, I think we need to, both Sony and Microsoft fans, I think we both need to realize the value that these systems are trying to give us for $500. Okay, I'm speaking from someone that has played on PC, plays on PC, and I love my PC. Okay, you are not building a PC that's going to be able to play games at 4K 60 frames for $500. You're not doing it. Now, this is what the PS5 and the Xbox Series X is promising us. And maybe that's their fault for promising us. That's why there's a lot of PC gamers that are looking at both these consoles and are kind of skeptic because they don't understand how is this even possible. And to be honest with you, until we have these systems in our homes, we should be skeptical as well. We should be, right? Like, Digital Foundry can show us as many videos as they want. Any YouTuber can show us as many videos as they want. Until we have these systems in our homes, we should be skeptical as well. But still, the promise of 4K 60 frames for $500 is ridiculous. So both these systems deserve an applause for that, because a PC, you're not building that for $500. You're just not. Ask any PC gamer. Can't match it. It's probably the first time ever that you can't build a PC for the same price and the PC destroy the console. Just not doing it. Okay, with that being said, right, understand that I'm gonna talk about Dirt 5. This game, even though they're showing out on Xbox Series X, is a multi-platform game. So I'm looking at people crush this game. And to me, I don't I don't get it, because if you're saying that it looks bad on the Xbox Series X, and you agree that the Xbox Series X and the PS5 are similarly spec'd, right? I see PS5 fans say it all the time. The difference is not that big. They're pretty much called the same thing. Okay, so if they're the same thing, why would you think that the game's gonna look any better on the PS5? That would make no logical sense. So that means that Dirt 5, if you don't like the way Dirt 5 looks, that means it's gonna look like trash on your system of choice regardless. But here's the deal. To someone that plays on PC, I know the sacrifices you make to be able to play a game at high frame rates. And to me, what I saw on Digital Foundry, and I saw the GameStop, and I saw another video, to me the game looks good. To me the game looks good. Listen, they're giving you three presets: image quality, okay, frame rate, a mode, and then they're giving you 120 hertz mode. The fact that they're giving you three different presets allows you to play the game however you want. Here's the deal about being able to play a game on PC, is that when you're playing a game on PC, it's up to you, whatever you want. If you want Grand Theft Auto 5 to look beautiful, crank up all the settings. Who cares if you're playing at 30 frames? It's you playing it. If that's what you want, you can do that, right? If you want the game to run as best possible, you can literally run everything on low, and the game will look like it's running on low. It won't look horrible, but it won't. You will be able to tell that you're not playing it on ultra. You sure will. The difference between high, very high, and ultra is where it gets kind of iffy, where sometimes the difference is not worth it for the amount of frames that you lose. And PC gamers will tell you this. But here's the difference, right? These consoles don't want to bombard the console player with all these options to turn off FXAA, anti-aliasing, to turn off freaking shadow detail individually, to like what anti-tropic filtering, all types of crazy. Listen, there's levels to this. There is levels to this, okay? They don't want to bombard you guys with all this stuff. So they're giving you three presets. That to me is amazing. Because if the Xbox Series X is going to give you three presets on Dirt 5, I'm sure the PS5 is going to have three presets on Dirt 5. And that is amazing. The image quality is going to run at 4K and try to hit 60. If it doesn't hit 60, it doesn't hit 60. But the image is going to look great. So if you're someone that likes graphics, dog, that's for you. That's the freaking preset that you're going to choose. The second preset is a frame rate mode, right? 4K 60 is what it wants. So it's going to drop a few of these graphic settings here and there. You probably won't even be able to tell the difference, to be honest, but it's going to lock the game at 60 for you. If that's you, that's you. And then you got the 120 hertz mode. And if you have a 120 hertz TV, I just try it once. I promise you, just try it once. But the fact that these three presets are there is an applaud. And that one I think is running at 1440p, the resolution, which is ridiculous. Even if it's running at 1080p, but it's still doing 120 frames for a system that only costs you $500. I'm telling you, you're not building a PC. So we need to applaud this. We need to applaud this. So whatever camp you're on, whether you're on the Sony fan camp or you're on the Microsoft fan, if you're talking trash about Dirt 5 right now, you don't understand the technical achievement that these systems and these consoles are trying to do. Because right now you're talking trash about a multi-plat. And if you've been chirping that systems are pretty much equal when it comes to power, knowing that the Xbox Series X is more powerful on paper, then you cannot believe in your right mind that the PS5 version is gonna look better. You just can't. But what I'm saying is, to me, it looks good, period, because I know, again, the sacrifice you got to make to be able to play a game at 120 frames. And for a system that costs you $500 to be able to play a game at 1440p, 120 frames, is ridiculous. Here's the other thing, okay? Again, talking positivity. I think you guys are reaching for arguments that make no freaking sense. And I keep seeing this over and over again, right? Look, recognize what it is, right? The quality of game that Sony has made in the past far exceeds the quality of game that Microsoft has came out with. Like this, we can't argue that. That's just fact. Okay, so it is what it is. So don't try to argue anything like that, Xbox fans. Just don't. Sony fans, this is what I don't understand when you guys brag about this. I've seen it a few times now. The PS5 pre-orders are outselling the Xbox Series X pre-orders. No duh. We've been calling this. Microsoft is not trying to sell Xbox Series X's per se. They're trying to sell Game Pass. So I would hope that the PS5 would outsell it. How is that a bragging point when it's something that we knew was going to happen? Xbox fans and Sony fans alike, we saw what Microsoft is doing. Game Pass is their ultimate moneymaker. This is what they want. They want to get you into that ecosystem. So why are you bragging and boasting about the PS5 outselling the Xbox Series X? What you're doing by doing, and the thing is, like, there's smart people saying this, people with like hundreds and thousands of followers on YouTube are keep spitting this stuff out, and it's like, is this something that I'm missing? Was the Xbox Series X supposed to outsell the PS5? Because I saw what Microsoft was doing for the beginning. If you really want that competition, the competition is how many people got Game Pass versus how many people pre-ordered the PS5. Now you want to talk. I don't think you want that smoke, though. I really don't. Sony fans, I don't think you want that smoke. So yeah, this is awesome that the PS5 is doing great. That is awesome. It's supposed to. So stop trying to find a reason to harp on Xbox or Microsoft when you're saying reasons that even Xbox fans aren't even going to argue with you about, or at least a smart Xbox fans is not going to argue with you about. Like, I'm not going to, like, yeah, that makes sense that the PS5 would outsell. You're absolutely right. If you told me there's no reason for you to get an Xbox Series X, my man, you right. You probably right, because I got a PC. Why did you get one? Because I wanted one. That's it. That's it. That doesn't mean I'm not going to get a PS5. I'm going to get a PS5 eventually. I will. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about that. But this generation, I got Game Pass, so I went ahead and I went with the Xbox Series X. It's just what I did. But as far as both these consoles, what they're doing is giving us a lot. And if you're a console fan that's never played on PC, I'm afraid you fully don't understand what these consoles are doing. Like PC gamers right now are looking at both these consoles like, wow, that's impressive. If they actually pull it off 4K 60 on most of their games, that's impressive. For $500, these things right now, there's PC gamers right now looking at their rigs like, should I have done it? Do you understand that the 3070, which is like Nvidia's next graphics card itself, just the graphics card is $500, and that's like the base entry for the 30 series. Now it's a really powerful card. That card will poo-poo on the PS5 and the Xbox Series X. But then again, the game developers are making games to the lowest common denominator. So you can have all that power, you're still only gonna be able to play games that are gonna run on the Xbox Series X and the PS5. So what are you gonna have? Better shadows than me? That's pretty much it. But that's all I wanted to say, guys. How long is this video? We got 10 minutes in. I just think it's crazy. I'm gonna leave with this. This is what I need. Please, this is what I need for my sanity. I need to follow more Xbox fans on YouTube and Twitter. So shoot me different people that you guys follow, just so that my feed is balanced. Because my feed right now is bombarded with just Sony fans, Sony fans, Sony fans, Sony fans. And even though like I do pretty good at filtering the Sony fans that are like that can see both sides, sometimes, man, I get some of these feeds and I'm a sucker for the clickbait. I'm a sucker for the Xbox fans mad about PS5 new feature, and I'm like, I'm mad about something. Let me see, and then I'm watching it, and I'm just like, oh, he got me to watch the whole video waiting for this one thing I'm mad about. So it is what it is. Tell me who to follow out there just to see the balance, and I want to see it from the Sony perspective. I want to see what Sony fans see when they see people bragging and boasting about Xbox that are clearly wrong, right? Because again, or not wrong, but it makes no sense. So again, I don't want to hear anybody talking about the pre-orders for the PS5 outside the Xbox Series X. That's supposed to happen. We knew this. If you really want to compare that, which you don't, compare the pre-orders for the PS5 with how many people are on Game Pass. That's what you need to do. Dog 1985, yo, there's levels to this. There's levels to this. Console gamers, I promise you, what the PS5 and what the Xbox Series X are bringing to the table, if they complete what they promise, is truly next gen, and it's giving you the options to choose whether you want high visuals or high frame rates. And even though you think that's something you don't care about, I promise you, you do, and you will embrace it and love it once you have the options to do it. We out. Peace.